Alright guys, and welcome back, and today we are taking out the Starship. The Starship. Yes, the M60A3 Starship. I couldn't help but have to play it at some point. I played it back when it was, sorry, my crew seems a bit quiet if you listen in, but the music is really loud. But I played it back when it was a premium, and it was alright. Wasn't really anything special, not really that bad. And then they moved it to just a normal tier 4 in the American line, the American MBT line. So I sort of looked at it then and went, it's an M60 pattern hull at tier 4, so it's going to be weak in the hull, and it's got that enormous tumor on top. Now everyone knows to shoot the tumor, unless you can see the hull, then shoot the hull. But there's always somewhere to shoot the Starship no matter what he does. You can't hide the tumor, it's on top, and you can't really hide the hull because it's enormous. The only really fun thing about the Starship is it's an enormous 152mm gun. Now, mounted on my Starship, I have the Mark III chrome barrel lining, I have the Mark II explosive propellant, and I have the Mark III hull reinforcer, giving a 11.5% more HP, which is really helpful. And, of course, the more damage. So this gun, on average for me, does nearly 600 damage a hit. At tier 4, that's enough to two-shot anything. Or if I get a high damage roll, I can one-shot quite a lot of stuff. So yeah, the Starship is quite powerful. It's like the KV-2, but not as good, because it only fires heat, or HE. The ATGMs I have them just because I can, but I don't use them. I don't use the ATGMs at all in this thing. I much prefer the heat rounds. The HE, no, there's no point really. You can take some if you want, but I just take heat mostly myself. Right then, we are on Roughneck. We have gone into the refinery because this thing, it says it's accurate. It's not actually too bad for the accuracy. My accuracy on fully aimed is 0.09 degrees, which is as good as the Zalo before I added all the retrofits to it to make it better. Aim up, fire, but the shell leaves and goes and hits some piping. That's quite ironic, because I just mentioned about how good the accuracy is, and the reload time is pretty bad as well. 12.5 seconds. But look at that, 616 damage. It's ridiculously powerful, and it is hilarious when you're shooting at other people. These guys here seem completely oblivious to me, so I'm just popping out. There we are. Boom. But since they are heat rounds, they absolutely hate angled surfaces, and that T-64's lower plate still takes a round, and I still bounce off of it. But he angles a bit too close, straight through. 626. Now, there is an OF-40 behind, so we're going to have to traverse where they can't shoot us. There we are. Spin the thing around. Now, the good thing also about the Starship, it's got very, very good frontal turret armor, which is basically completely negated by the crap hull armor. There we are. Boom. What? Only fuel tanks. Okay. The turret armor is completely negated by the massive tumor on top. I wasn't thinking straight there. You have a good front turret armor, about 350mm, I think it was roughly. But the only problem with that is you can't really use it because everyone shoots the big tumor, which always knocks your commander out. I'm surprised I haven't even taken a hit yet. I am a Starship. Right, OF-40. There he is. Is he going to come? Yes, he is. Boom. 588. What? And I actually took a bounce. He actually ricocheted off my Starship. 25 HP left. I don't think he's going to be coming around anytime soon. Even if we splashed him with HE, he'd still die. No more enemies there. So, we've only spotted one OF-40 come that flank. And no one else has appeared. So, I'm wondering, are there any more? Is it a wide open flank? Could be. Right then, let's take the risk. Now, I'm going to come around. If I come around here and someone's there, I have to stop and take a hit, because this thing takes ages to aim, and it's horrifically inaccurate when you're moving. So we would have to stop and would have to take the hits to be able to fire back. We would be extremely lucky to fire on the move. Right then, 25 HP or 400, we can only hit the 25. Straight through the rear, he's not bouncing that, and he's going to die. I would take the 400 one over the 25 though, more HP, means he could take another hit from someone else. Slowly trundle around, Starship's not particularly fast, another Starship, oh crap. There's T-64. Right, he's on lower HP. Boom, straight through the engine deck. 450. The gun is so stupidly powerful. Ow, there you go. That's the armor being bad. But the gun is so powerful. It's hilariously good. Boom. Take him. Take another hit, but that one only scrapes my tracks, which is quite nice. That guy's being absolutely destroyed. The other T-64 is dead. Right, so what's we on? 3 kills, 2,500 damage. It's alright, to be honest. Could be better. Starship is not particularly good, so, you know, I'm quite pleased that we're on now 4 kills and 2,500 damage. Quite pleased about that. 4 kills. Oh, okay, we took a bounce there from something. What could that be? It probably is an AMX 10P90. Probably. There's not one spotted there, though. There's 2. One of them hasn't been spotted yet, and we are taking a lot of return fire. The swing fire is going to be over there, because we've just had some multiple rockets fired at us. Either that's a Starship being annoying, or... Oh, OF-40. It could have been the OF-40 that shot us. Either a Starship's using ATGMs... Starship using ATGMs, I'll say again. It's either Starship using... Oh, okay. There is a 10p. Starship using ATGMs, or a swing fire. Fucking hell, I can't even talk anymore. Boom, straight through the hole. 6. Just the damage of this gun is godly for its tier. It is a... I do say you should fear the Starship. Admittedly, it is poorly armoured and highly sluggish with a lot of weak spots. But if he gets that gun on target and he hits you, oh boy, are you going to feel a whole world of pain. You are going to be crying. And we even bounced an artillery round off our back. Okay, sure. But this thing is ridiculously powerful. Ridiculously powerful for its tier. 600. I'd be happy to have that amount of damage on a tier 9 or 8, which I do. There he is, fire, but he moves just as we fire. So that shell whizzes straight past quite happily. And you can see here, we've got ourselves in a massive pickle. A massive, massive pickle right now. Ow, straight through the top. Artillery lands. Boom. Owie. Reload, but straight through the top as well. So, guys, the Starship. What do I think about it? Well, it's got terrible mobility, terrible traverse, terrible everything in the moving sector. It's got terrible armour, except for the front turret. The front turret is quite respectable at, I think, over 300mm. So, the armour, front turret is good. Everywhere else is crap. It's easy to knock the engine out because the engine's in its own little box with no armour. It's easy to track. It's very weak. It's sluggish. The reload time is bad. The aim time is bad. It fires heat, so angled surfaces are pretty bad for it. But it does make up for it all with its ridiculously good alpha damage, which I find hilarious. Absolutely just funny. I don't recommend getting the Starship, other than the fact that you get the title Star Captain. That is probably the best thing with the Starship, is the title Star Captain, which is quite funny. And I still laugh, and I have that title, but I don't want to use it. Come on, I've got better titles to be getting. Star Captain. But yeah, Starship, rating out of 10, probably a 3 or a 4. And look at that. We did get Master Gunner, Ace Tanker, Iron Star, and Recon. We spotted the most amount of enemies on our team. We did the most amount of damage on our team. We got the most kills on our team. And we did it all in the mighty, mighty Starship. So, rating out of 10, as I said before, probably about a 3 or a 4. It's not particularly good. It's nothing to get excited about. It's just your below average tier 4 vehicle. So guys, thank you for watching this Starship game. It was hilarious to play. And if you want something that's low tier with ridiculously good alpha damage, I recommend the Starship. And as always, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.